delicious and vintage American cooking has to offer. Or that American cooking has to offer. When I get enough, I'll train a neural net to imitate them.
Ah, damn it, I can't make a wooden zeppelin.
Aw, I can't do it anymore.
If I take these balloons and surround them with wood, it's heavy. It's armored. I protect the balloons. This is a machine that cannot die for
It's a machine that can protect balloons. Great for a street vendor. Already humans have submitted beef fudge. Contains marshmallow, chocolate chips, and ground beef. Circus peanut jello salad. And tropical fruit soup. Contains banana, grapes, and a can of cream of chicken soup. God help us all. Here are the results. AI plus vintage American cooking, a combination that cannot be unseen. A week ago, in a sudden fit of terrible judgment, I decided to find out what would happen if I asked people to help me collect examples of the worst and weirdest, the most gelatinous recipes that vintage American cooking has to offer, then trained a neural net to imitate them. I submitted over 800 recipes in all, including such recipes as the beef fudge, the circus peanut jello salad, the tropical fruit soup, and lemon lime salad, which also contains cottage cheese, mayonnaise, and horseradish.
Oh no. That's not good for the eating.
As I watched the dataset coalesce, much as one might watch a speeding dumpster begin to spin out of control,
What?
I began to approach the state I dreaded. All the recipes began to seem normal. Shrimp plus grapefruit plus lemon jello? Citrus seafood is a thing. Chili sauce plus lemon jello plus cottage cheese plus mayo? Well, it's not sweetened jello, so... I began to wonder if I could actually be able to tell the difference between neural net recipes and the real thing. Jello was supposed to be easy to prepare, after all. Maybe through repetition, an advanced neural net like GPT-2 would learn how to make basic Jello, and then anything it would decide to chuck in there would be technically reasonable. Maybe it would even coalesce on an ideal form, one that distilled human invention down to its essentials. No, as it turns out, here's a neural net recipe. Fair and Moose, neural net recipe by AI Weirdness. 3 cans, 8.5 ounces, of crab meat, drained and cut in half quarters.
Alright.
Half quarters.
Oh.
1.5 green beans, chopped. Just 1.5. Whichever green bean size is good for you. 1 tablespoon grated onion. 1 can, 10 3/4 ounce, of condensed cheddar cheese soup.
What is that? Yes. I don't want it.
1/4 cup cottage cheese. 1/4 cup brown sugar. 2 tablespoons mustard. 1 teaspoon dry mustard.
Oh,
1/2 teaspoon of onion salt. 3/4 cup lettuce leaves. 1/2 of a large cucumber, quartered. 1 3/4 ounce packages of green Jello, drained.
What does that mean?
I don't
How
know.
do you drain Jello?
Drain powder. Remove all internal rinds.
What? For what?
Yes. Prepare the crab meat according to the package directions. Ask your local crab what he thinks about how you should prepare it. Transfer to a bowl of ice-cold water and chill. Remove all internal rinds.
What?
Again. Prepare cottage cheese according to the package directions.
So basically just follow the directions.
Pour in crushed ice and dissolve in 1.5 cups of boiling water the crushed ice.
Boil the ice, yes.
Yes. Stir the cheese with the crushed ice that has been boiled.
So it has to be ice still?
I guess.
That's a problem.
For 4 to 5 minutes. Pour into a lightly sprayed 1/2 cup mold. Chill for 4 hours. Unmold and fill with crab mixture. Serve with brown sugar and mustard. Garnish with cucumber. Chill.
Oh, whoops. That's the wrong...
It does cocktails, too. Magnitude Collar.
What is that?
Lasers give you the chance to ascend and...
That did not take any time at all.
No. Lasers give you the chance to ascend a string of dazzling ball bearings.
What are we talking about?
If you remove them quickly enough, you will be towed for a jolly good time. 1 1/4 ounce of flat glass. 1 1/4 ounce block of chocolate. Salt. Garnish. 1/4 ounce Kentucky bourbon, chopped. That's an alcohol.
Yes,
it's a liquid.
They don't have bourbons and alcohol.
1/2 package of Splenda. Directions: blend all the ingredients thoroughly, including the flat glass, and turn into fine molds, secure with rollers.
What?
The training data contained a lot of things. It contained eel only once. For some reason, the AI has decided to use eel a lot. It also invents ingredients.
Well said.
Eels in silence. 1/2 pound butter. 1 egg beaten and quote. 3 firm tomatoes. 6 ounces, also known as 2 pounds, of sardines. 6 ounces and over near 2 pounds. Cooked lacy bacon.
Well, that was a mistake.
Cooked lacy bacon. They're not attached. Good.
Spin.
I don't know what lacy bacon is.
It's good for you.
2 hard-boiled eggs and potato chips or floating get butter.
That's not English.
Melt butter and remove from heat. Add egg, and then thoroughly folded, add mayonnaise that it didn't ask for in the instructions.
It invented it.
Put in a covered container and chill until firm. In warm weather, chill until firm. In warm weather, in salt as directed on tin.
What?
So you can only make this in warm weather, otherwise it won't work.
What happens if you try?
No.
Oh.
Serve with potato chips or floating get butter.
I like get butter, but I don't like it when it's floating. That's bad news.
Some of the neural net recipes bear at least some resemblance to human versions, but manage to mess them up profoundly. Without a sense that the recipe directions are describing ingredients and the things that happen to them, the neural net never gets the hang of Jell-O. Give me a second. I just thought of something that needs to be fixed.
What's wrong?
This shirt is not the one designed by TC96. The one I wore last time.
Shirt's I'm putting X's on the machine.
Struts.
Yes, they are. It is support. I think. Yeah, it's braces.
So you're going back to putting too much thought into the easy level?
Well, no, I'm making this in prep for later.
Oh,
I think this makes a good base for other machines. Right. I can just use this for most machines by just attaching other doodads to it as needed.
Well, you need to figure out what you need to do to finish this one, since you still haven't managed to do that.
I mean, alright. I call this the crawler.
The actual crawler is much larger.
Oops.
And can hold
I
a
forgot
rocket.
something important.
And can hold a rocket.
This can hold a rocket if I put one on it.
You don't have that kind of... Well, I guess it can hold a space shuttle.
Oh, I was going to say, I mean, this is a rocket, technically.
Let's see here.
I want to detach it before it explodes, preferably.
The neural net never gets the hang of Jell-O. That you need hot water to make it gel. That it doesn't go in the oven.
Or in the toaster.
That was battery.
Oh.
It also forgets to add all of its ingredients, or introduces some that were never mentioned before. This is partly because its memory is terrible, and partly because it doesn't know what's important.
I wonder if I should try increasing the wheel's speed. Because my problem is traction. I want to increase my weight.
Yeah, you need to be...
If I increase speed without increasing weight, I'll actually lose traction.
Yes.
So for now, I'll just leave it as is. Nope, go away. Look how efficient this is.
Creamy...
Oh, you'll never catch this vehicle actually moves properly. Oh, no.
Creamy biscuits filled with allergy zombies! Complete with exclamation mark.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Allergy zombies? You know what? I won, but...
At what cost?
No, I mean...
I like that the trumpet is like beat to shit.
Oh,
If you had a springy, you could squash them. Oh, there's a boom. That's right.
Yeah.
You did the thing.
Yeah. I'm on fire. And fire's bad for me.
Let's see here. So, filled with allergy zombies. Let's go. 1 small package of cream cheese, also known as 3 tablespoons.
Okay, my goal is kill 70% of everybody. I like the way it's phrased.
1/2 cups of golf balls.
Really? Are those food now?
1 cup of whipping cream, yes. 1 cup of whipping cream, 1/2 cup.
What? What is it then?
Sifted. 2/3 cups of deep fried yeast. But why?
Is it good?
1 sweet pickle relish, lime, finely chopped. 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of fat. Sarge butter. Step 2. There was no step 1, it just starts at step 2. Mix bake package ingredients and Kniff blenders together.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Kniff?
Yeah, Knif. On a shallow baking sheet, combine desiccated, soft-bound proteins with finely chopped or finely chopped apple, sranti or galangal. Stir until combined, but do not let it bubble.
What happens if it does bubble?
It's too late.
Oh no.
Sprinkle the chocolate hazelnut macaroon salami mix over the top like vamp. Cover the sponge often. Make or bake for 350. Cook for 40 to 45 minutes. Serve with a cold bologna roll. Or enjoy it with a bowl of jam. Just a bowl of pure jam.
Yum.
I couldn't find a setting at which the neural net recipes could consistently pass for human. Setting the chaos levels too low, and the neural net would repeat the same few recipes, forgetting a different key step or ingredient each time. Set the chaos levels too high, and the neural net would get ever more inventive, producing recipes
Dark.
Dark!
He's been here for a while.
That definition of soon is pretty bad.
I don't get it.
I don't know what definition of soon he meant. Oh no. Let's see here. Get more inventive. Introducing recipes that promise creamy lime and called for golf balls or elk hide. Or...
Elk hide?
Yeah. Or directed the chef to remove the lamb's giblets. Some of its recipes were beyond bizarre. Aqua bunny cake. It calls for 1 bunnies.
1 bunnies?
Yes. 1 cup of water. Or no, 1 cup water. 1 box of frosting.
1 bunnies.
Marshmallows, no quantity. Chocolate, no quantity. Sprinkles, no quantity.
Just however many you want.
Yeah. Assembly. Put the bunnies in a narrow basket and let float to sea. Why? It just goes off into the ocean. It's fine.
That's how cooking works.
Yes. 2. Cook the bunnies in a covered pan of water.
You sent them off to sea. You don't have them anymore. Are you supposed to go and get them back?
Yeah, after you've decided they're officially float to sea.
Then you go and you...
Yeah, then you retrieve them.
What is this?
Cook the bunnies in a covered pan of water until the bunnies are done. Remove the bunnies from the basket. Mash them with the help of the back of a spoon. Put on marshmallows. Sprinkle the bunnies with chocolate and marshmallows. Place the bunny on a little tin towards the back of the inn, and pour the content and pour the contents of the bunny's basket onto the bunny.
What does that mean?
Communist potty training program.
Bunny.
Put on your best sailor's outfit and hope the weather cooperates.
Why? Are we cooking?
Remember that today's AI is much closer in brain power to an earthworm than to a human. It can pattern match, but doesn't understand what it's doing. Commercial AI is not significantly smarter than this recipe AI. Humans have just hopefully done a better job of preventing it from making obvious mistakes.
Pardon me, I'm going to...
Make a terrifying tornado of blades.
That was the intent.
Is this a food processor? What did the trees do? You're on very fire and can't
They're
move.
running into me and catching fire.
Well, that's what they wanted to do.
Okay.
Oh, the last guy died too.
Right. The problem is, oops. What? That's supposed to be a spinning block. It isn't.
Might be too much weight.
That is probably a substantial amount of weight I put on it.
Stuffed heart. Ingredients: heart, skin, bones, shell, toasted olive, marinade. Directions: remove the heart from the stomach and it's not where the heart is, and place it on a board. Cut out the heart.
Oh, I see. Parts of it are attached to the actual thinger.
Cut out the heart's most prominent features.
What are those?
Yep. Oh. Leaving the cavity in the flesh. Worry about the bones and the jelly. Cook the heart in a fire and put into a jelly-filled shell. Dissolve the marinade in 1 cup of boiling water. Add, if needed, the heart and bones. Add the heart, skin, and bones. Chill the jelly. Serve in a warm dish. It got to the point where I would see a recipe like this and would be excited and proud of the neural net. Then I would realize just how very low my standards had fallen. No, computer is scary. This is AI weirdness. I didn't pick this.
This is what the robots will do.
Speaking of what we were just talking about, and I'm concerned already by the name, potty training for a bunny.
Alright, let's see if this works even. Spin!
I mean, it spins, but there's nothing for it to... They just killed some of their own guys!
I didn't expect that. They broke it so it would just fly off!
I mean, that would be what happened if it were broken, depending on how it broke. Although I don't know that arrows would be the ones that would do that.
My arrows don't sound to be very good against siege weaponry.
Yeah.
I also forgot to increase the speed.
But yeah, so potty training for a bunny.
A bunny.
A recipe by AI Weirdness. I will have you remember. Hello? Okay, it sounds music upstairs or wherever you are. Oh. So are you here or are you leaving too? Okay. I was just wondering what that meant. Alright. Okay. Alright.
The actual crawler mechanism beneath is unnecessary.
1/4 ounce gelatin. 1/4 cup of water. 2 tablespoons sugar. 1/2 teaspoon salt. 1 package, or 3 ounces, bunny's food. 1/2 cup of chopped pimento. 1/4 cup of chopped walnuts and 1/4 cup chopped celery. Dissolve gelatin in water and stir in sugar and salt. Chill until slightly thickened. Fold in bunny's food. Pair, combine, and put in molds. Chill thoroughly. One thing the neural net has learned from humans is that it's good to include a story with your recipe. It's as bad as this. The white savory curry, which is the name of it, will satisfy whippersnappers, carnivores, and even a pet rabbit. It really wants to talk about rabbits, I guess. It's easy to make, warm, and satisfying for everyone.
Don't you want to talk about rabbits?
I like puddings. I don't like them out at sea or cooked, though.
What about potty training?
I mean, that's